Okay, I think I'm live. Alright, you guys. Give me a minute though. Hold on. What am I doing here? Yes! Alright, you guys. So I am on live today because I just realized that my live earlier about Tesla versus I was gonna say Facebook. It makes no damn sense. Tesla versus GameStop, right? And what I realized is that I got the screen got cut off, and nobody told me about it. So I need to remake it. You know, I just had to. You just had to, right? Hold on, let me turn this off. But yeah, so I just realized that you guys couldn't see it. So let's do a short one to try to correct that, huh? Alright, so I'll wait for people to come rolling in. Okay, so bear with me. But yeah, so I just realized that you guys couldn't see it. So let's do a short one to try to correct that, huh? Alright, so I'll... Okay, sorry. Bear with me 1 second here. Okay, so let me double check that you guys could see this. Okay, let me bring this back right here. Alright, let's do this, you guys. Man, this is ridiculous, huh? But anyway. Alright, so I'm just gonna do this one and then one more here. Hopefully you could see that. Yes, you could see that pretty well. Alright. Okay, so it was GameStop and Tesla. Alright, so you might have heard what I say on the live at the time, but I just want to show numbers, right? And of course, like today went up a little bit, yay, right? Not too bad. You know what? Also, too, I haven't done in a while is check the Fintel short interest, huh? Now, I used to do this every single day, but for some reason, no. I had a family emergency and took so much of my time. Yeah. But anyway, so hopefully, dang, why is it not coming up? I think it's probably 2. Okay, hold on 1 second. I should have set this up before, but oh well. It is what it is. So I have a whole bunch of games here. Okay. So Fintel. Short interest. I'll open that up real quick. Which one? I think it's this one. Alright, so let's do that real quick, huh? So if you've been following me for a while, I used to do this one where I would tell you what the trading is and how much volume it's being traded back and forth. So today's session was a very interesting one. Of course, it's been down for a while if you've been following GameStop. The price went down like crazy, right? It's always been crazy, right? Anything that has to do with this stock has been crazy. But anyway, so at one point in time, you could get GameStop at $14.44, right? So no matter how low it is, we all know what the value of this company is. To me, if you could get it under 22, that is amazing already. You know why? Because that's where Ryan Cohen bought in. You know, the last time he bought in, it was $22 a share. So, and then today's range. Remember, when I used to report this, I noticed that there were like a $1 increment. They always try to, you know, get GameStop within that range, around $1 or so. So, yeah, it's ridiculous. So, let's look at the short interest. Hold on, let me load this up a little bit. But anyway, if you're commenting on the video, hello everyone. Hi, it's it's Jimmy Bear. Hi, Lionel, what's up? I saw you there. Thank you for watching. I know you're the only one here, but yeah, I mean, come on. Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, AMC went up like crazy today, so people might be happy about that. So we don't want to talk bad about AMC. So for those of you who don't know Lionel, he worked with me. So yeah, we talk about AMC and Jimmy all the time. So to the point where it's very annoying to other people who have to listen to us at work. But anyway, thank you for joining, Lionel. Appreciate you. Hi, AMC is almost $1. It's ripping. Hello. That's funny. Hi guys. I'm just chilling. So, alright, so, yeah, I used to report this all the time, and I just stopped for a couple months, so I might go back to doing that every single day, updating about the short interest. Let's see. What am I trying to show you guys? I haven't done this in a while, so I'm sorry. Short transaction. Alright, so I'm trying to look for the short interest here. Not quite sure how I did it before. It's crazy, huh? Oh, right here. Found it. Alright, so I should do a comparison from the last video I did. But it seems like the short interest has been coming down slowly, because I remember it was at 57 million shares being shorted. And of course, this is a reported short interest, right? You know, I hate to speculate this type of thing because, again, we don't get to see all the good data that's out there, right? And so, yeah, we just have to go by what we could see here. But I just know that, you know, with all of the manipulation that happens from the media, from everybody else, and or maybe there's no manipulation at all, you know. But anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this. But let's see. So the short interest right here is 2020. Wow, that's like 2% lower than the last one that I saw. But hold on, let me see where I found that one. Bear with me 1 second. So I usually use the trading view. And this might be a better data though, because it's like day to day. If you look at this particular indicator right here, you see this number right here, 21.62. So that is within the year. 2 years high, from the 2 years high. So what does it mean? It means right from the 2 years high. So from today, October 20, let's say October 3rd, October, right? So it's around here. So let's mark that real quick. So this indicator right here, down here, I'm trying to mark the 2 years. Okay. Hello, everybody. Is an SI reporting delay by a week? Oh, short interest, huh? I'm not sure. If you know more about that, you could tell us more. Migo? I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Thank you for watching. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. Honestly, this is the indicator that I just came across through other channels that I watch. Not about GME though, but other trading channel. And I noticed that he used this one to indicate, to kind of determine, okay, which one is ripe for short squeeze or whatever, right? But he will never talk about GME. For some reason, he thinks it's like, you know, a conspiracy theorist or whatever. But for some reason, he used this indicator right here. But so the 2-year high, what I'm assuming is right here, the 2-year high. So from this high, from what I'm understanding, is that from this high to now, the short interest is 21.62. So, hi DRS, Jamie. Short interest is 2 weeks behind. Okay, no wonder why. So from that 22.20, from 20.20 percentage back in right here. So that was 2 weeks ago. That's what I'm hearing people saying. Okay, so that's good. Maybe so. So I've been reporting old data, huh? But even with the old data, I feel like, it's still a good visual to get to. Yeah. But off exchange, I noticed like off exchange has been lower, a lot lower. But honestly, if the volume is being traded under like 1 million shares trading back and forth, not sure what today is though. Anybody knows? Yeah. Alright, so let's get to the video. It's 8 o'clock right now. I'm only jumping here for a quick a quick live here because to my own horror, I saw my second live. This chart right here that I want to compare. The two did not show the number, so I hope people could see this one. Let me double check before I go into this video here. Bear with me for a minute. Okay, good. Alright, welcome everybody. So I'm just gonna make this video right now. So what I was saying is that in comparison to Tesla, when the news media ever talk about Tesla back in the IPO days of Tesla, I've noticed that whenever they mention Tesla, it's always in the negative light, right? And I show you the video about how the news was covering it. One lady was asking Elon Musk about his personal life, the divorce proceeding, whether it's going to affect the share price or his holding in the company or whatever. But it's just things that was said in fear, right? It's a fear-mongering type of thing to kind of steer you away from holding this company for a long term, as a long-term investment. And if you saw the chart that I show you about Tesla, the price, and we know the rest is history, right? If you hold Tesla since 2020, since its IPO, and back then, the valuation was like $1.5 billion for Tesla. And now it's like trillions of dollars, right? It's a trillion yet, but it's close right here. $826 billion market cap. Now, you have to have the foresight or the patience to hold it for decades, right? But I don't know. If I'm in Tesla, I probably wouldn't have the patience to hold it that long. But I learned it from that time that, anytime you invest in something, and I heard Warren Buffett said it in one of the interviews too, that if you buy a stock, you better hold it for long term, or you better know for sure that this company is going to last for at least 10 years, or else you have no business in owning that stock, right? Because again, he's in there for that massive growth over that 10 years. And the second thing that he was kind of stressing the importance of investing is the leadership. Are they good leadership, right? Are they passionate about what they're doing? Are they managing their money correctly? No, sorry about that. I don't know. I'll check it later. But anyway, so my philosophy is the same thing about GME, and this is why it's so intriguing to me to get into this. I feel like I'm living in a movie right now and have yet to be made. I know like there's a movie coming out, Dumb Money. I want to go and see that at some point. Just haven't had time to do that. But anyway, so let's get to the video. As I was saying, the comparison between GameStop and Tesla is not meant to be okay, these two are the same company. Of course not. They're in the different sector, different industry. They sell different things. But the reason why I draw this correlation is because of the news coverage of these two stocks, right? And of course, they go after Elon Musk being young, being immature, right? He was smoking weed at some point, but this is like already, well known already. And then, of course, that he's wild and unpredictable, right? That he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just throwing his money away. And at the time, Tesla was, I think mostly he used his money to prop it up from PayPal, right? That's why I admire Elon Musk from that point, because like at least he used his own money, right, to try to make this company the way that it is today. Of course, like at the time, people believe in Elon Musk. It's not so much about the Tesla as a company. I think the most important part is that people believe in Elon Musk and give him a chance to do his magic, right? As I mentioned in the first video. And with Ryan Cohen, I feel like he could be that guy too. And maybe better. Who knows, right? So that's why I'm here to find out. And this is why this price point, it's amazing. I don't know how people are like bashing this, right? But of course, they believe in the narrative that the media has painted, and there are a lot of people who are new to the market, right? I know, like, I've been in this stock for at least a year and a half, I would say, since May of 21, I would say. So yeah, I did buy around, so my cost average is pretty high. I think last I checked, it was like 39, I would say. But I'm adding more though. I'm waiting until my big check coming. No, I'm talking about. I'm waiting for my tax season ending, and then I'll make sure that I could have some money, large sum of money to put all in to my Roth IRA though. So I'm waiting for that. So I'm coming. I'm adding a few at a time to my personal trading account. So I'm not breaking my back, owning GameStop. Although this is a long-term investment for me. So, all right. Anyway, back to this video. All right. So here's what I wanted to compare the two. Now I know that one of my viewer has asked about the comparison between these two. So again, these are two different companies. So please, no financial advice. I am here to learn, to share my journey with all of you. And thank you for watching, whoever, hopefully you guys are still around. All right. So the market cap, obviously, it's highly different. Two different enterprise price. So no dividend. Let's go here. Insider trading. So we have pretty much the same percentage, but I feel like this percentage is a lot higher now. Not sure why they haven't updated that yet. With Tesla, 13%, that's good. Institutional ownership, around 30%. Around 40% for Tesla. The float is high though. Look at the float for Tesla. It's like 2.7 billion shares. So that's a lot. I think, can Tesla double from here? I don't think so. I might put my I don't know, words. This video might not age well if I said Tesla will not double from here. It's just the market cap is just so high right now. I mean, $826 billion. It's just too much, And on top of that, you have over 2 billion shares already. So how much more can it rise? But I mean, if you look at these ratio, some of the ratio, it's actually better than GME, So let's go through it. Of course, the price to earning is a lot higher. You want it to be under 10 based on Google. Again, I get my education through Googling things. So please don't take that advice. Ask the expert if you want, to determine which stock to buy, right? All right, so price to sell, 8. Anything under 1 is great. So it's 8 times its sell. Forward projection, 7, cheaper. So next quarter would be cheaper to buy into Tesla if you wanted to still own this one. Price to book, look at this, 16 times its book value. Compared to GameStop, 3.5. If you look at the cash flow, obviously we need to fix this. I think, I keep forgetting this, what metric is good for. Right here, price to cash flow, below 10, considered good. Yeah, anything below 10, we want it to be good. But look at Tesla, like hundreds of times already. So that's 13 times the recommended amount. But look at the PEG ratio. The expected growth is just so high that's why you see this one. I think if I remember it correctly, it's anywhere from 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is good. Under 1 is excellent, which is where GameStop is. So Again, comparing to the recommended amount for PEG ratio, we want it to be in between 1 to 2. So Tesla is still in a good standing if you want to, just use the PEG ratio to determine that valuation. Now, enterprise to sell, obviously it's down from where I remember it used to be at 0.77, and now it's 0.68. The lower the better, obviously, because we wanted to trade below the sales. For Tesla, it's 8 times, 8.57 times. And then, of course, this one too, I'm sure we want it to be below 10. Yeah. It's kind of similar to price to sales ratio, I suppose. All right, so look at the financial position right here for both. So, of course, I'm familiar with this one. GameStop on the left there for whoever just joining us. Let's see. So for GameStop though, we have pretty good. For Tesla over here, 1.59. That's a good ratio for Tesla. As big as it is, of course, it's expected to have that. But look at the quick ratio though. From any publicly traded company and especially in the car making industry, right? We see this quick ratio is very low. This is indicative of it's like a sign of trouble, right? Short term. If you have quick ratio less than 1, that means you only have enough for 1 year. So Tesla is close to 1, so let's just say it's 1-to-1. So that means if they didn't make any money at all, they have enough to stay open for 1 year. I think that's what I mean. I might be wrong though. I have to verify it a little bit. But this is where I was like, oh my goodness, like Tesla is like solid because look, they don't have hardly any debt at all. Debt to equity is like lower, 10 times better than GameStop, you guys, So why not just plow money into Tesla? Well, the reason being is because it's not going to grow. It takes a lot to double from here for Tesla. While GameStop, it doesn't take much. Remember, it only take $36 billion for GameStop to 10x from here. $36 billion. That's it. So that's where we want to go, right? And of course, it's going to take time. People are going to realize it pretty soon. But let's just let the fundamentals speak for itself. I don't have to preach to the choir here because most people who showed up is GameStop enthusiasts already. But anyway, so and then if you look at the interest coverage right here, Tesla is like way better than GameStop, right? Now GameStop is actually in a good position because anything over 3 is a good position to have in terms of interest coverage. But Tesla has 94 times that, so that's good. That's good. That's what we want GME to be one day. Maybe 13 years from now, that's where GME could be. You see what I mean? And by the time that time comes to, if you look at if you look at the chart for Tesla, hey, think about it. Inflation and all that stuff. 13 years from now, how much can you buy in $100? For $100, think about it. You see what I mean? 10 years ago, I don't know. How much can you buy 10 years ago with $100? A lot more than today, I can tell you that. Okay, so let's go to Well, return on equity, obviously, it's severely, misconstrued because we're not making money yet. Not yet. It's a remain to be seen. Again, we're fixing all this stuff right here. So, of course, we're losing right now on that front. But for Tesla, it's actually very good. Like return on equity, 26 for this large company. That's pretty good, As far as tax goes, Tesla only pay 8.7. That's good. All right. So this is just the trading thing. Let's look at the short interest. Here's what it is. Let's see what this one report down here. Oh, this is margin. Sorry, guys. What the heck? Oh, there you go. So short interest for this website here, it's kind of match what Intel is saying, which is this one right here. 53.95 million shares being shorted. 17% outstanding. Not quite sure what that means. Short percent of share out. In a day? Not quite sure what that means. This one is data covered. So what this means is like if you short this company, it will take 15 days to close all of this position right here. Right? But of course they can't close it in one day. It's going to go nuts, But for Tesla, it's only 3% shorted. Because it's too big already. It's hard to short company that is like hundreds of billions of dollars already. And it's in the S&P 500. So it's tough. All right, so revenue 5.8. That's like a year worth of money, revenue. And of all that, of course, $1.38 billion being made, or gross profit. Revenue minus cost of revenue. That's good. So the operating income for Tesla, look at this, $12.65 billion. That's a strong balance sheet right there. That's what we want GameStop to be, and it will get to there. Give Ryan Cohen, I feel like give him another 7 years, because then it will be 10 years since he been in Tesla. been in GameStop and being the CEO of GameStop. So he still have 7 more years to prove to us, and he doesn't have to say much. He doesn't have to give us any guidance. Okay, we don't need that. We only need to see the balance sheet. That's it. Okay, that's all we care about. We want to see this number in the positive, right? See this number in the positive, right? See this number in the positive, and then we could get back to doing business again, right? And I have no doubt. Honestly, I have no doubt. I'm so zen owning GameStop. Like I said, it's gonna be my retirement fund. Yeah, it's like it's in my Roth, man. So I have 30 more years to go. So no sweat at all. All right. Okay, so this one is kind of amazing to me. You see what I mean? So this is the balance sheet. If you look at the cash on hand, we've seen this all the time, and it's amazing. It's amazing to me that you have this much cash and this much debt, right? And net cash. And all of these is in positive. Okay? And this is too, like, if you look any other retailers and, the company that they want you to buy into, these analysts, usually they don't even have a positive working capital. right? It just means that they don't have enough money to do the day-to-day operation at all. But then they're trying to tell you that GameStop doesn't have doesn't have anything to go, like a dying business, right? Oh, they're losing money all the time. And every time I hear that, I'm like, what did you, how do you judge business in the past? And then, what the old leadership was doing versus today's leadership. You have a completely different leadership right now, right? And so, and on top of that, they've only been in here close to a year, right? Next month would be a year. When Ryan Cohen, wrote to the board of director through that letter. So for those of you who've been in this play for a long time, you know what letter I'm talking about. All right, so with Tesla, let's go back to this. I'm sorry, I'm off tangent here. Yeah, so with Tesla, look at the working capital, like $16 billion. That's solid. To me, they're not going anywhere, and especially they don't have much debt. Look at this, $2.3 billion debt. That's nothing for in comparing to what they have on hand. I'm sure, if they put in treasury bond, they probably could pay that within maybe 2 or 3 years, that $2 billion, That's completely insane. All right, so, and then this is also amazing to me too. Look at the operating cash flow. It's in the positive, for GameStop. $303 million right here. That's not solid to you? I know, Net was still working on Net, but the fact that we have a positive cash flow, that is amazing already. But by half or a quarter of $1 billion, that's amazing. How can these people tell the audience, if you believe in the media, of course, I pity you too, because again, to me, I could see the bias right away. Anytime they cover GameStop, you could see the disdain in these people tone and again, I might be going off tangent too much. But what I'm trying to say is that anytime they mention GameStop, it's always the meme stock, right? And they make that term in order to kind of give people the idea, the new people that don't know anything about the origin story and what's going on with this particular stock, to not invest in in my opinion, in a good company, to at least, give the leadership a chance at doing their magic, right? Doing what they're there to do, which is to make more value for shareholder, right? I truly believe that. And if you listen to Ryan Cohen, he's I don't know. I just think that much like Elon Musk, if you compare the two, back then, Elon Musk back then, 10 years ago, versus Ryan Cohen now, you can see how humble they are and how the only thing that they want to do is to make their company better. The company that they work so hard to get to acquired. And the correlation between Tesla and Elon Musk, because Elon Musk used his own money to buy Tesla, versus GameStop, right? Ryan Cohen used his own money to buy into GameStop. They both did not invent, Tesla. So Elon Musk did not invent Tesla. Neither did Ryan Cohen, but they did buy it and they did take it as their own. And I have no doubt that Ryan Cohen's going to do very well for this company. That's why I'm in it. And I'm sure if all of you are here, you're here for Ryan Cohen too. Alright guys, sorry I'm off the tangent here. I'm not talking sense. I'm just babbling at this point. But yeah, that's all I wanted to give you as far as like the number go, because again the other video did not show all of this number, just in case you wanted to see those. But these are just price target. Look at this analyst. They want you to believe that GameStop is $6. Okay, $6. So okay, if it goes to $6, more power to you. But you know what I would be doing. So hopefully it will go back to that point by the time I have my lump sum. I will have 1,000 more shares. So man, it would be so exciting. Alright, so of course they want us to sell GameStop, right? But hold Tesla at this valuation. You see what I mean? It's ridiculous at this point, right? Now, you know, as far as Tesla though, to me, I would buy it around 200, maybe. Like right now, it's kind of a little bit too much. Yeah, anything under 200 for Tesla, I would jump back in. But for me, anything under $22, I will add no matter what. I don't care what the price is. If it's 15, if it's 14, 20, you know, I will add. Alright guys, let me look at the chat real quick. Give me a minute here. Let me go back to the chart here and then... Alright, who's left? One second. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. Alright, looks like you guys are chatting among yourself here. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and that's all I have for today. It's been half an hour or so, but again, I'm sorry if I'm chatting too much and kind of talk nonsense here. Yeah, I think you are right. We should see it increasing. Short interest this week. 2020. I know. I don't know. I mean, if it's, you know, 2020. It's possible. You know, again, anything is possible. Like today's market was kind of nutty today. I feel like nothing makes sense. So the market went down initially, but then skyrocketed back up. If you look at the S&P, I could show you real quick. It's kind of comical, to say the least, if you look at it. But of course, if you still in AMC, it was the best day for you, you know, to be. So I used to kind of wanted to trade a little bit, kind of dabbling in the day trading world. Found out that it was a very, very stressful time to do so. But look at this, and I kind of chart this like months ago, I would say, right here. This is when I wanted to kind of see what's going on, if it's gonna be down or up. I forgot what was the catalyst for me to kind of mark that date, but I just kind of like didn't have time to analyze it, you know. But I did draw through this line right here, so I did not extend it because again I was kind of watching for that. But of course that failed miserably. Anyway, sorry. Was showing you this one right here. So of course, see, it gapped down, and then this job market data came out. For whatever reason, the market was like, oh yeah, it's nothing to see, nothing to hear here. Even though, you know, the rates, bond market is going nuts, everything about the bonds. The bonds pay a whole bunch of rates, so I did lock some in I bought some treasury bond. And I'm sure, yeah, Ryan Cohen knows all this and management knows all this. That's why they put money in treasury bond, right? Because it's going to accrue a lot of, a lot of interest, right? By the time, and like I said before, you know, the inverse in the inverse relationship between bond yields and bond rates is what gonna make that $300 million in treasury bond to be, you know, $400 million. You could kind of, but anyway, I'm just dreaming at this point. I just wish they tell us which one they are buying into. You know, is it going to be is it a short-term interest one, like under a year, or a 10-year treasury bond, a 20-year treasury bond? I just wish they tell us that. But if they lock in that 20 or 10 years treasury bond, that's, I think, like, because we want to capture that value, right? That value proposition. It's not so much the yield, it's the value that you get from it when the Fed start to drop the rate like crazy, you know. And eventually they're going to have to, because again, the US economy cannot withstand the amount of interest that we're paying right now, you know. I think it's like exceeding $1 trillion in interest in bond yield. So again, I don't know how long they're going to keep this up, but man, I was like expecting a very, very juicy drop today, but yeah, it seems like they're just gonna kick the can down the road here. So okay, before I let you guys go, thank you so much for commenting, you guys, and I appreciate that, all of you. Non-fun payroll. Oh, okay. Come in. Okay. Yes. Non-fun. Not quite sure what that means, but it just means like job market or whatever. Again, I'm not very knowledgeable on that, so if you could educate us, DRS, GME, that would be amazing. But all I know is that when I learn how to trade, right, they always stress the fact that the gap will always fill at least 80% at a time, more than 80% at a time. So the market, of course, I bet you anything, they're going to eye that. And even the algorithm machine, because again, we're trading against the machine, we're not trading against humans here. They will try to fill that gap up. So whether it's Monday or Tuesday. Monday there's no market, so some holiday, right? It used to be like Columbus Day, but now it's not. So the market will be closing on Monday. Tuesday, trading, I bet you anything they're gonna try to fill that up. Now, whether it's Tuesday or Wednesday, it's gonna slowly grind to that point, and then whether it's gonna drop from there, that's remain to be seen, right? So just be on the lookout for that. And of course, like the Jimmy's gonna follow what the SPY is doing, or they're trying to mimic that as much as they can to kind of scare people off too. But again, like I also noticed that the inverse relationship between the SPY and Jimmy, but sometimes it does follow SPY pretty. See that? Like SPY dump, Jimmy dump as well. The same candle, it's almost. So again, if that's the case, then they're gonna try to come up here and depend on what the SPY is doing. And again, see, look at the gap. Remember the gap that I charted? Let me show you side by side before I let you go. Keep clicking on the wrong one. Okay, Okay, so that's the gap. See that gap? Versus the other one. Okay, so that's the gap versus GME. There might be a faster way to do this, but I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so that's one. Where's the other one? This is SPY. Alright. Okay, so that's good. I'm hoping you could see that. Okay. Sorry. It took a while. I'm sorry. But here's what I wanted to show you. You see this gap right here? This dump, boom. It correlates with what SPY is doing. Now remember, I feel like the reason why they do that is because they want to make sure that GME doesn't qualify for S&P 500, right? So if the SPY dump, they want it to dump as well. Again, that threshold to get to the S&P 500 is very close for GME. So yeah, once we're in the S&P 500, it's gonna be over for these people. But again, the fundamental, it's gonna get it there. So we might have to wait a couple more years to get to that point. And they'll laugh at us. They'll do everything they can to shake us out of this position here. But hey, bring it on. I always said bring it on. But it looks like, look, the inverse relationship between the RSI and the price right here. So when the price going down like this, that is inverted, right? Meaning it's oops. Oh, it showed better the other one, like the daily chart for this. Sorry, I'm off in a tangent again. Ridiculous. Alright, guys. Right here. You guys. So this is a daily chart right here. Boom, boom, right? And that is a good sign because, I mean, it's gonna go up from here. But again, they could smack it down. They could do whatever they need to. Again, they could manipulate the volume, manipulate everything that it's not gonna follow this at all. That's just my prediction here. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate everybody who make any comments. So